Newcastle take on the club at the other end of the table, Manchester City. This was another terrific game, watched by John Champion.
Gillespie with an early run, past two defenders. Here's Beardsley, first time great save by Immel. Beardsley so nearly scoring inside the first 40 seconds in a game that he very nearly didn't play in at all. Slicing mazy run by Gillespie, a first time shot, and Immel, who's been in outstanding form so far this season, with the parry. 6 black and white shirts. Beardsley takes it deep. Lee on the volley again. Immel is called into play. He saw it late. Lee has it. Gillespie to his left shoulder. Here is Gillespie. Still plenty of men forward. Phelan gets in the way of the cross. Gillespie again. This time Ferdinand's underneath it. Immel's punch. Beagry's volley. Only as far as Beardsley with the shot. Again Immel blocks it. He's had an outstanding start, and Beardsley rather wastes that chance from a fairly oblique angle. But it's been all Newcastle in the opening minutes here at St James's Park. Beardsley's corner, and Lee, whose better foot is his right, met it with his left. Immel was unsighted by a defender in front of him and did very well indeed. Beresford from a quickly taken corner. Ginola back to Beresford, it sliced them open, there's the shot. Immel again with the save. Slow, quick, slow, and then quick at the end. Beardsley. Nice control. Now, can he find a teammate? He can. Lee with the shot. Just over the top of the crossbar. Ginola. Oh, neat. Now Gillespie. Now Beardsley. Back to Gillespie. He's gone over. Penalty, says the referee. Gillespie was upended. And it's a penalty to Newcastle United. No doubt at all in the mind of referee Winter. Neat interplay, Edgehill's challenge from behind, and clearly a penalty. Now Edgehill's in trouble with the referee as well. Technically the challenge from behind can be a sending off offence, but it may be that he'll deem that a caution is sufficient. Edgehill has an anxious wait, and it's yellow. Immel has seen it all before. He's played more games in the German Bundesliga than anyone else. Mind you, Peter Beardsley has taken more penalties than most, especially here, and especially like that. He has nerves of steel in the most fraught of situations. He almost waited for the keeper to commit himself. It was cheeky, really. Emphatic from Peter Beardsley. You wouldn't like to be Immel. He did go to his left. Beardsley went the other way. And it's 1-0 to Newcastle, and their pressure has more than deserved it. Here's Lee Clark. It's within range, but also Peter Beagry's tackle. Beresford, that's a lovely ball to Ginola. Ginola being forced out by 3 defenders. Oh, it was deflected off Ferdinand, who was offside, and has gone behind. But Ginola had to use his less favoured right foot, and he was faced by a wall of 3 blue-shirted defenders, and he waited and waited and tried to work the space for an opening. Ferdinand was ahead of him, and when the shot came in, Ferdinand actually diverted it over the bar. Beardsley. Gillespie. Both Lee and Ferdinand are through the middle. Barton to the right. Nicely weighted pass, 2 waiting for the cross. It's towards Robert Lee. Ferdinand touches it in, but I think Robert Lee will claim the goal. Wonderful build-up. Flowing football taken to the nth degree. Gillespie's release was perfectly timed. So was the cross. So, for that matter, was the header. Ferdinand appeared to get the final touch. Arguably, the ball was going in anyway, but Ferdinand may well want to claim that goal. And Newcastle have a strong advantage. Newcastle lead by 2 goals to 0, and they're looking very good indeed. They can ill afford with that. Clark has nicked it, and here's Ferdinand bearing down on goal. Past Simons, onto his left foot. Oh, and inches past the post. So nearly 3-0. Hard to stop a player of Ferdinand's power when he's in full flight. Simons arrived a little late, committed himself entirely, and Immel was left helpless. It virtually shaved the plum. Kladze. Rüssler pulls away in the centre. Creaney's there as well. That's a useful ball towards Rüssler. Oh, took it first time, and perhaps he was too hurried. Claimed Newcastle's second goal. Lee's header goalward bound, touched in by Ferdinand. Kevin Keegan, the independent arbiter between the two, says it's Ferdinand's goal. Beardsley. Oh, wonderful ball to Lee. Lee against the keeper. Lee waits, and Lee somehow puts it wide. I suppose you must credit the defenders for getting back, but Beardsley's pass split the defence, and Lee, well, 8 times out of 10 you back him to score from there. Immel did his job and just got a touch, and it took it wide of the post. Lee. Ginola popping up on the right-hand side. He has to get past Curl and Phelan. This is Gillespie. Ginola lazily wants the ball. The defenders have left him. Here's the cross. Ferdinand's header! Brilliant goal! Brilliant goal by Les Ferdinand. And it couldn't have been simpler. Set it up. The Englishman scored it. And I wonder how many times will we see that in the course of this unfolding Premiership season. A bullet header. He jumped so well, he has springs like Zebedee. And all that Ginola had to do was find the broad forehead. That he did with aplomb. 3-0.
Number 3 for Newcastle, the scorer, Les Ferdinand.
Bang on the hour mark. Somehow it finds its way to Lee. Away from Lomas. Now Gillespie. Newcastle are rampant. Ferdinand waits for the cross. Gillespie tries a shot. It'll come a second time. There it is. And it comes down in the end to Robert Lee. Or does it? It wouldn't come down. Wanted it to come down just a millisecond earlier. Ginola. Right foot. Shot! Inches away. It's open season for the Newcastle forward line now. Ginola received it a good distance out. Hardly any backswing at all. Now Ginola. He'll take his time all day if he needs to. And then he'll produce a pass like that to Sellers. Ginola's continued his run. Sellers to Ferdinand. It should have been a hat-trick. It hits the post from Gillespie. Robert Lee with the shot. Wonderful save. How? Oh, how? Oh, how did the ball not enter the net yet again? Manchester City and their followers heave a collective sigh of relief. It was Sellers who set it up with the cross. Ferdinand seemed certain to score, then Gillespie did. His shot came back off the post. Robert Lee had a firm chance, and it was an excellent save by the prone Immel. Howie's header falls to Ginola. Ferdinand's in the D. Sellers is to his left, but Ginola's going all the way. It's like shooting practice now. And at the moment, he hasn't quite got his range.
Substitution by Manchester
Ginola
City.
has a loping menace. He has the swagger of Henri Lecomte and the shot of a Peter Lorrimer. But 1-against-1 with Peacock. Rüssler waits for support to arrive, and it's an age in coming. Summerby eventually is at his right shoulder, and Summerby will cross it. Up will go Creaney with the header. Oh, splendid goal on his debut by Jerry Creaney. And Newcastle have been caught rather sleeping at the back. Concentrating on going forward and forward and forward. The cross from Summerby, and a bullet-like header planted in the top corner by the man on his debut, Jerry Creaney, who scored goals aplenty for Celtic, Portsmouth, and now you can add Manchester City to that list. 3-1. Ferdinand, Fox again. Gillespie's the spare man. He'll drive it. And Immel forms a sound barrier.